is mighty sweet. Liberty sows its seed at Farpoint Farms.
Hey guys, it's Eric, owner of Farpoint Farms here in the mountains of North Carolina. Tonight I'll be finishing out my reviews of wireless security cameras and wired security cameras for quite some time. Probably won't be doing any more of these, but I think 20 cameras on the property is just about what my wife says is just a little too much. So a little too much means just enough in my book. But anyway, this right here, the Anycene ST588. The reason that I even went ahead and got this one is it has some cool features that the other ones that I've reviewed don't. Now, some of the ones I have reviewed have been wireless or Wi-Fi connected, but none have been solar powered or fully remote cameras. This one is. No electricity required, solar power. No wiring needed anywhere. So think of this as like a trail cam with Wi-Fi, self-recharging. I love it. It does have the ability to add an SD card, which I will be doing. So it's going to record even if it was outside of Wi-Fi range, and you could just go check the camera when you wanted to. Or if you push it close enough into a Wi-Fi network, you can have that information relayed to you. It's got spotlights, it's got night shot, and it's got two-way voice, which is really cool. So my thing is that I'm going to put this down by the gate. If you've watched my videos over the years, you'll know that I have a gate to get on my property. It's about 1,600 feet from the house, and I'd love to be able to keep an eye on it. Now, I have cameras that point in that general direction, but none that are actually there at the gate, and this would allow me to talk with people. Maybe somebody wants to deliver a package or something like that. Keeps me from having to keep an ear out for vehicles down at the bottom of the property. So that is what this is for, and I did decide to get this thing. So let's check it out. I'm going to open this booger up and we'll see what comes inside of it. I don't know if it needs to be charged before it's ready for use, but we'll figure all that out as we go along. And let's see here. We got, looks like our user's manual here. And I'll have to go through that. Product list just kind of explains it. So I'll definitely be reading that. I'm sure there's an app also that goes on your phone for remote viewing. Nice solar panel. Holy cow. That's a little bigger and a little nicer than I thought it was going to be. So that's kind of a pleasant surprise. You know me, I've been into solar, really got into solar this summer, and now I'm just like on a mission. Awesome. Okay, that's cool too. So put the camera, let's say you put the camera right here, but there's no sun right here. This is a nice long cord. It looks to me to be about 15 feet at least. The extension, so the solar panel can be somewhere in direct sunlight, and the camera doesn't necessarily have to be. So I definitely dig that. Looks like we got our 2.4 gig antenna here. Lots of mounting hardware. Oh, look at that. Even came with a screwdriver and an Allen key. So we got a screwdriver, an Allen key, and I assume the plastic here is there's actually more cables and stuff. I'll just go ahead and continue to unload, and we'll figure it all out once we get it on the ground. Wow, that's heavy. Heavy duty. Incumega is the brand of this, and it does have a lot of features, doesn't it? So it is 360 rotatable, up down as well, motion sensor, sound for two-way sound. You've got floodlights and IR lights. I mean, this is pretty well top of the line, I won't lie to you. And it's solid metal construction. This is not plastic, so pretty heavy duty. I got the one in black. I don't know if they still sell the white ones, but I wanted one a little less noticeable. So if I'm going to mount it wherever I mount it, I don't maybe want it to be too noticeable when somebody drives up until I want it to be noticeable. Does that make sense? Probably not. That's okay. And then, wow, very heavy mounting bracket. This also, I will bet you $1. Yes, this is our battery. And looks like we have on, off, and USB. So maybe you can also download directly from the USB card onto that. A lot of manual reading to be done on this one because it is more complex than any of the other ones I've purchased. So I have everything laid out now and gone through the manual, or at least some of the manual. And a couple things that I found. I'm going to set that aside. This is the battery pack. And here's the first thing I found that was really neat. This thing is full of those, like, what is it, 1652? Very, very common flashlight rechargeable battery, very inexpensive battery. There's 6 of them in here. So if the battery pack ever were to go bad, it's not some special thing that would cost a lot of money to replace. So I liked that a lot. I'm going to go ahead and start assembling this thing, and I'm going to be mounting mine against a wall so it'll sit stationary. This is going to go up here on top, and that's going to be angled towards my solar, well, the best angle for my solar. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and let's take a look. I also really do like the fact that this comes with, put that all the way on me. I like the fact that this comes with all the tools necessary to mount it. That's kind of nice. All right, there we go. And this, of course, we want to take with us because we want to be able to adjust that to where we need it to be. Go ahead and plug the two power outlets into each other here. Nice waterproof connector there as well. Hopefully you can see that. All right. So those are nicely attached. There is an on-off switch right now for, I've got it set to off. It's under there. And then you have your charging port if you want to charge it with a USB, C port or whatever. And it does have a hard reset button, looks like, in there as well. But for us, the next step is going to be this, and that's taking this part here. It does have a hook down here, so it just snaps on like so. And it's going to live there, and it's got some screws that go on there on the sides. I don't know if you can see that. Screw there, screw there. And another one on the other side. It comes with those, of course. Now, if the place you're going to mount this thing doesn't have any solar right there, that's what this extension cable's for. For right now, I'm mounting mine on it. I want to see how it performs, see how well the battery stays charged, and if it needs to be moved, I'll certainly do so. Okay, hopefully you can see that. So we have that connector, that's sealed off. That's our power connector going too. All right, so we've got all those screwed in. You've got your power connector here, and then we want our solar to be attached to our power. You see it right there? So we'll go ahead and plug that in. No screw for that, but I guess there might be for another model, but it does have kind of a waterproofing effect. So that's screwed in. That should be recharging our battery now, and we are getting much closer to the end of this thing. So this is going to sit wherever, right, like that maybe. All right, so I've got this thing completely assembled. This, I'm going to put my 3 screws in when I find my mounting spot, and I know exactly where I want it. This I'm going to angle towards the sun. And here we are. There it is, right? There's only one thing left to hook up here, and that is this, which is our wireless antenna. It goes right there. I'll go ahead and hook that up as well. You can get extended range antennas as well, but I'm going to try this with just it set up like so. So that's it. That is what we have so far. And now it's time to pick a spot, turn it on, and there's going to be an app we're going to download as well. So let's go check it out. All right, there it is installed. Got the solar on there, got the Wi-Fi connected, and I've got this app. And let me go into the shade here. All right, so there's our live view. If I press that button, that brings up our motorized control, and I can move it a few notches in either direction if I wanted to. You can see it moves up and down as well. There we go. And we have our microphone button here. If I press this, I believe I can talk through this. Hey, what's up? Can you hear that? Hello, 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 hello. Pretty neat. So it has a lot of functions here. Of course, you can take a still shot or record, save it to the cloud. And if I want to look at it bigly, there we go. There it is up close and personal. So very cool. And what just kills me about this, what just blows me away, is that this is battery powered. It'll be recharging off of solar. I get the updates on the phone, and I can control this with two-way conversations and two-way manipulations. So very neat, very neat. I like it. Anyway, I guess that's it for today. I'm Eric, the owner of Farpoint Farms. Hope you enjoyed the video. If so, maybe you'll think about liking and subscribing, and I'll see you next time. Take care.